Facebook isn't liking me this morning, but we'll see how we go. Today I'm going to be talking about step 4 in business automation, which is testing it. Step 1 was making a choice. Step 2 was what are you going to automate? Step 3 was getting it started. And today's step 4 is testing it. So the important thing whenever you create an automation is to make sure that you test it. Setting it up and walking away is going to cause an issue because you haven't made sure that it actually is working. So if you set it up and walk away, you're going to regret it later on. I said something really cute before, but I can't remember what it was, so sorry about that, everybody, but Facebook doesn't love me. Testing your automations is so important. This is where you can make huge mistakes that will cause you problems later on. If you think you've set up all of your automation and you walk away, and then a week later you find out that what you thought was happening hasn't happened, it can greatly affect your business. So testing it is the next step automatically. It should be what you do whenever you set up any automation. Whether you're setting up software, you're using software to set it up, if you're using a checklist, a system, or you're using staff, you can't just believe that it's going to always work, because it often won't. Even if it does work, it might have left something out. I'm using IFT at the moment to set up that my Facebook Lives, when I upload them to YouTube, get shared. I needed to go in and check that they were all working, and some were and some weren't. Some posted what I didn't want, some posted what I did want. It meant that I had to tweak the testing, tweak the setup so that it actually works. And I'll go and check it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and I'll probably do that for about a week. It's an investment in your business that you're checking that your automations work. Then a month later I'll go and check to make sure it's still working, because with everything it can fail. It's like, you know, whatever you set up is set up to fail. It's a part of nature that things break down. What you then do is you have a second automation that is checking on your automations. And that one is just a quick check. Did it work? Yes, it did. Move on. Did this one work? Yes, it did. Move on. And you don't have to do them all in one day. It can be something that I'm going into Twitter. Oh, are my automations working? Yes, everything's fine. Move on. So it's not a huge job to do, but your testing is where you find out it doesn't look the way I want it to. I would have preferred it if it put this before that. It's the ability to tweak your automation to make sure it's perfect for what you need for your business and what you need for what you're doing right now. And this can be the really frustrating part. Often setting it up, you think that's frustrating, but when you want it to work and it's not quite working properly, that's when you can be really frustrated, because you think it's perfect, it should be right, and then you go back and look at it and see what it's done and go, it didn't do what I wanted to do. And sometimes there's a delay. Keep in mind that a lot of these automations, because a lot of them are free, IFT is free, Hootsuite is free, a lot of others are free, they run at their schedule, not yours. So if you set up an automation and straight away you can't see a result, don't think that the testing has failed. Give it an hour, give it a day, and then go back and check, has it now worked? And that's why I left my testing till the next day, for that very reason. If you know it does something automatically straight away, you can of course go and check. That's a part of what automation is. But it's being aware that there may be time frames involved in it. It may run every 15 minutes, or it may run every hour. It might run once every 24 hours. Your automations are automatic and they're set for different times. So the main thing to take away from this is that your business automation will save you time, but if you don't test it, it will cost you money. You will totally regret that you set up that automation. And you may use that as an excuse as to why you won't use automations in the future. Stop, assess, and start. It didn't work because you didn't check it. Take that responsibility on, and then the next time make sure you check it before you walk away from it. And then put in your calendar, put in your diary, whatever you use, a reminder that come a week from now, a month from now, you need to go back and check that it's still working after you've done your testing. So, as I said, when you set up an automation, you always have to test it. If you've got any questions about testing your automations or what you should be looking for, post me a comment in the comment box below. And remember, I'm running a contest. You could win an hour of my time to be able to talk about your business, about what automations you'd like to get in your business, what automations you're currently using, and how you can make them even better. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Tanya Shipman from Simple Solutions Today and Business Automation 101. Talk to you tomorrow.